posters of supermodels and cars and beer and things like that on the walls in his room. I suppose if you had a dirty floor, it's probably what his dorm looks like. My brother always hated making his bed, but he keeps his clothes very organized. Clothes closet, sorry, very organized. Go figure. The thing is, when my brother does call home, he doesn't say a lot. He talks about his classes a sister had better start thinking more about her future and start applying to safety schools in case the good ones don't work out. And she started saying that gray was a good color for me. I understand how my mom thinks. I really do. It's like when we were little and we would go out to the grocery store. My brother and sister would fight about things that my brother and sister would fight about, and I would sit at the bottom of the shopping cart. And my mom would be so upset by the end of the shopping that she would push the cart fast, and I would feel like I was in a submarine. Yesterday was like that, except now I got to sit in the front seat. When I saw Sam and Patrick at school today, they both agreed that my mom has very good taste in clothing. I told my mom this when I got home from school, and she smiled. She asked me if I wanted to invite Sam and Patrick over for dinner sometime after the holidays are over because my mom gets nervous enough as it is during the holidays. $50. Gosh damn it. I'm so sorry. I I saw it light up out of the corner of my eye, and I was like, oh god, this is gonna be bad, and I couldn't get to it in time. Sorry. I'm very sorry. But, oh my god, damn it. I'll be right back. Well, no, I just do it. I'm gonna get smart. I didn't think she would call me back. I'll see what she wants in a second. Try to finish this. Again, very sorry for that. But in that moment when my brother took the field, all that washed away and everyone was proud. At one point, wait, that's not where it was. My cousin worked in the gas station, and my other cousin has been out of work for 2 years since he injured his hand. My other cousin has been wanting to go back to college for around 7 years. And my dad said once that they were very jealous of my brother because he had a shot in life, and was actually doing something about it. But in that moment when my brother took the field, all that washed away and everyone was proud. At one point, my brother made a very big play on third down, and everyone cheered even though some of us had already seen the game before. I looked up at my dad and he was smiling. I looked at my mom and she was smiling even though she was nervous about about my brother getting hurt, which was strange because it was a VCR tape of an old game and she knew he didn't get hurt. My great aunts and my cousins and their children and everyone were also smiling, even my sister. There were only 2 people who weren't smiling, my grandfather and I. My grandfather was crying, the kind of crying that is quiet and secret, the kind of crying that only I noticed. I thought about him going to my mom's room when she was little and hitting my mom and holding up her report card and saying that her bad grades would never happen again. And I think now that maybe he meant my older brother, or my sister, or me, that he would make sure that he was the last one to work in a mill. I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know if it's better to have your kids be happy and not go to college. I don't know if it's better to be close with your daughter or make sure that she has a better life than you do. I just don't know. I was just quiet and I watched him. When the game was over and dinner was finished, everyone said what they were thankful for. A lot of it had to do with my brother or family or children or God. And everyone meant it when they said it regardless of what would happen tomorrow. When it came to my turn, I thought about it a lot because this was my first time sitting on the big table with all the grown-ups since my brother wasn't here to take his seat. I'm thankful that my brother played football on television so nobody fought. Most of the people around the table looked uncomfortable. Some looked angry. My dad looked like he knew I was right, but he didn't want to say anything because it wasn't his family. My mom was nervous about what her dad would do. Only one person at the table said anything. It was my great aunt, who usually locks herself in the bathroom. Amen. And somehow that made it all right. When we were all getting ready to leave, I walked up to my grandfather and gave him a hug and a kiss on the cheek. He wiped my lip print off with his palm and gave me a look. He doesn't like the boys in the family to touch him, but I'm very glad that I did it anyway in case he dies. I never got to do that with my Aunt Helen. Love always, Charlie. That's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I mean, it'd be awesome for you to get this far, but yeah, I don't know how people actually do. If you do, comment blue, yeah, I don't know, I just looked at my phone's blue, and I was like, okay, blue. So yeah, if you made it this far,